$80 for this ad. It's ridiculous.
See, we should be putting posters up on telephone poles.
Well, people don't read telephone poles. Maybe John can get it cheaper.
Well, you ask him then.
Oh. Speaking of your foreman, Maggie, he thinks you're avoiding him, and he keeps asking me why. He's uncomfortable.
Well, I don't know what to do. I see him and I think of Patrick, whom I love so much. My first romance. There, John is smiling at me, telling me a section of the roof has got dry rot, and I'm just shivering inside. He shakes me up. Even his hands are like Patrick's. Same broad palms and long fingers. You could get lost in them. Am I supposed to tell him that?
Sounds positively pornographic.
Tell me.
Oh, Maggie, he is not Patrick. He's nothing like him. And it's not nice the way you're treating him.
Maggie, I'd like to show you something. Do you mind coming with me, please?
Yep.
Got people all excited about the opening of the moon.
I want it to be the biggest event of the year.
I think this town needs the Harvest Moon. My dad used to always go on about how you could go down there any night of the week and you always run into your friends. And in those days, everyone danced and nobody cared whether they looked cool or not. They just let themselves go. I think you're bringing that back here.
Do you think people today want the same things?
Yeah. I do. What do you think?
Oh, you fixed the sign.
That's the way it looked in my dad's photo.
I remember. It's just the way it was when I drove up in my pale blue Plymouth. Years ago, for the first time. I was so nervous. I wanted to become part of the whole thing here. Yeah. And I did. Breaking about 30 beer bottles. I wasn't much of a waitress. I'm amazed Harry didn't fire me. Look, there's a monarch. I'd probably hibernate soon.
No, actually, I think monarchs are the only butterfly that migrates thousands of miles south in the winter. All with these delicate wings.
Oh, thousands of miles. God, how can anything be so determined and so fragile?
It's like you, doing all of this.
Maggie, there's been an accident.
Oh, my God, what happened?
He fell off the roof.
Oh, bring him in. I'll call the doctor.
We were putting the tarp up.
The doctor wants you observed for at least 3 hours, so you don't fall asleep or lose consciousness.
I should go home now.
So you should be lying quietly.
I feel fine.
You should stay at least 1 more hour, John.
Claire tells me you're a teacher. What do you teach?
English literature.
Literature. I like that word. You know, it's just gotta be good for you. I wasn't very good in school. Guess I was more interested in working with my hands. I always liked books, though. It was school that put me off.
Didn't your father encourage you to read? The Keats fan?
Oh, yeah. He said that I would come to it eventually, in my own time, in my own way. He was right, of course. I find myself reading more and more.
What are some of your favorite books?
Maybe Crime and Punishment or Steppenwolf.
It's funny, so many guys love that book.
Is that sarcasm?
No. No, they're both fine books, really.
Recently, I read Wuthering Heights. Unbelievably romantic. The characters longed to be together for years.
Yeah, but when she finally gets her man, she dies. In a sense, she loves the wrong man.
How can you love the wrong man? I mean, love is such a gift. I think it's enough just to love. Don't you?
Oh, I don't really have a philosophy. Not about love, anyway. I have sort of been having a fantasy. Sort of an exercise to get me through a difficult phase. I call it the cult of Aphrodite. All the women can have 5 lovers, and all the men must be monogamous, or they turn into eunuchs.
Wow. Must be some phase.
Yeah, it is some phase. Facing that you're a supporting player in other people's lives and not truly important.
I didn't thank you for drying my boots off. I'm just gonna have to go get them wet.
Here you are. Oh, sweetie. Thanks so much for taking care of him.
Amy, I told you I was okay. I could have driven myself.
Honey, you fell off a roof. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Thanks for the first aid. Don't worry, we'll open the moon on time. Promise.
Good night.
They say the moon's foundation is slipping. We're gonna have to reinforce it with concrete and steel.
Well, then we'll do it. We have 3 weeks.
It's gonna cost a lot.
Building has been standing 100 years.
We can refinance our place, can't we, Gil? Get some money for this.
Mom, the little equity you have in your house, it's everything you've got. Now, I have some money coming from my latest divorce, but not for a couple of months.
Well, I could sell my house back home, but it's not going to help us now.
You could open later.
I was hoping I was going to be able to raise part of the money, and you'd give me a loan for the rest. I've reached the bottom of my piggy bank. When you reach the bottom, you wonder what's going to happen. You wonder stuff like, am I going to have a roof over my head? Am I going to starve? Am I going to die?
You don't have to.
No, I know. I'm not going to die. When you reach the bottom, you just feel dead because your dreams are dying. I'm not going to let that happen. I am not going to pull out. I'm going to open the moon. Even if people have to come and dance on the grass at the water's edge, I am going to open the Harvest Moon.
Maggie, we believe in this project. We're going to give you the extra 30,000 you need.
No, it's 50.
30.
50.
30, Maggie. John Fleming came in with the new figures. He promised us he could do the job first class for 30. Now, we trust John.
You really are the friendly bank.
Okay, what's the matter?
Oh, that was a good sigh. You know you can sigh when you're happy. You can even cry when you're happy. I've always thought that was amazing.
Come on, let's celebrate.
No, we've got too much work to do for the next 3 days.
We must celebrate you, Maggie Patterson, former teen waitress, and this amazing accomplishment.
Yes. It is, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm going to send a copy of this deed to my ex.
All right. To anger, revenge, spite.
No.
What?
To love. That other stuff's good for a while, but it buries you. It makes you ugly.
All right.
Yeah.
To love.